Welcome to this update. Let's see some things for the Caribbean and for the southeastern US. So, first, let's see the current situation in the Caribbean. Sorry, we haven't made this video yesterday because there was a lot of rain in the Caribbean yesterday too. But let's see today. We still have a lot of rain. Wait, let's see the satellite to see what's happening now better. So we still have a lot of rain in parts of near Cuba in the Cayman Islands. Lots of thunderstorms in the Cayman Islands there. Lots of rain in those areas. Some rain scared in the Bahamas in southern Florida. And this other blob of rain near Belize and the Yucatan. So let's see here what this has. It has the rains continuing in parts of Cuba, in Central America, in the Yucatan a lot, and more Central America, Nicaragua, Guatemala, Honduras, and more in other areas there. And then in Cuba too. Let's see the Eastern Caribbean. We get some thunderstorms and some showers, especially in the southern islands there. In the southern islands more, and in North and South America, continuing with the tropical rains too. And then let's see this model because we have indications of more rain affecting the Caribbean next week, and especially parts of Cuba, Florida, and other areas. So let's see. We have this rain down there now, and then this moisture will rise up a little bit and affect more parts of Florida next week. So this is by Wednesday of next week. Lots of rain in Florida, more rain on Thursday and Friday in many areas there. And Saturday, look at all this rain on Saturday, especially in the Florida Panhandle and other parts of the southeast there. So look, and the Euro has this trail of moisture, like entering the Gulf Coast and affecting many states there, and more rain in Central America, Mexico, and the Yucatan, and many areas. So let's see the GFS. So has more, it has the rain there and everything, and then lots of rain in Cuba and the Cayman Islands on these days. So be aware in Cuba, and this will start affecting Florida too. And the GFS is kind of exaggerating maybe, but it even has a low pressure forming there with all this rain in Florida, even in Georgia and South Carolina, and then it has this system forming in the Atlantic coast there. It's a little bit strong. I think the GFS might be exaggerating on this, but more rain in Florida and in the southeast there. So let's see the Canadian here. So it has the rains there in Central America, parts of Cuba, and then by Thursday, wait, this is Tuesday, some rain in Florida Wednesday, and then by Thursday it has lots of rain in parts of Florida there, especially those north central areas. Then it even has a low pressure similar to the GFS, but much weaker on the east coast there, and affecting some other areas. So let's see in terms of rain accumulation what's going to happen. This year is from the Euro, so it has more rain in the Bahamas there the next few days, Florida, and then it has this moisture start coming from the Gulf of Mexico, and take a look at this. Take a look at these amounts of rain accumulation from the Euro between Friday and Sunday of next week. It has huge accumulations on the Florida Panhandle, close to to 20 inches in some areas between Friday and Sunday of next week. So this is the euro here, and let's see the GFS. So rain accumulation here. It has lots there near Cuba and in the Cayman Islands. More accumulation in Cuba, in Central America too. And then it has this rain accumulation, lots in southern Florida and other areas of Florida too. So you get the idea. There'll be a lot of rain in Florida next week, and yeah, in the Caribbean and all those areas, it's already happening. So so let's see what the National Weather Service has here for this rain there. So day 1, 2 days like this, a little bit of rain in parts of Florida and the Bahamas, and day 2, it's still a little rain, and day 3, which is Monday, some rain in Florida there. And day 4, Tuesday, more rain in Florida there. Day 5, Wednesday, a little bit more rain in Florida, Central, Southern, yeah, all of Florida. Day 6, which is Thursday, more rain in Florida, especially Southern and Central, in Cuba too, in more areas. And day 7, next Friday, lots of rain in Florida. So I'm getting the feeling it will get worse by the end of next week with all this rain. So, and this is the day 1 through 7 total, like the rain totals for the whole week. So this is what they have here, the rain totals for the whole week. So the National Weather Service is picking up more rain like the Florida Peninsula instead of the Florida Panhandle, like the Euro was showing. So lots of rain in Florida next week there. So let's see the excessive rainfall. Of course, this will change, but let's see what they have for Florida. So it starts on day 4, a marginal. On Tuesday, there I have a marginal, and day 5, which is Wednesday, another marginal there in Florida. But this will change, of course. So let's see here. This other side here that has the rainfall totals. So let's go first until Monday. Some rain there in Florida, but mostly in the Caribbean, near Cuba and the Cayman Islands, more in the Bahamas, in the southern leewards there, in the Atlantic, and more in Central America. And let's see what the Euro has for this same date. Here, so this is until Monday, I think. So more in the Cayman Islands, a lot in Cuba, in those areas, especially parts of Guatemala, Mexico, and Belize, and all of Central America, more rain, and in southern Florida a little bit more. Now let's jump. Now let's see the icon for the same date until Monday. The icon has a little bit more near Cuba and the Cayman Islands, some in the Bahamas, in Central America there, in the southern Caribbean, the Atlantic. Now let's go back to the GFS and jump to next week. So let's see 60 hours. So this is until it shows Monday still. Wait, let's jump further. Now Wednesday, okay, so it shows until Wednesday now. Let's see. So from today to Wednesday, the GFS has more in parts of northern Cuba and the Cayman Islands, and some more in Florida there in central, southern Florida. Some more accumulations in Central America, many areas with more accumulation. They're like, especially western Nicaragua, Honduras, parts of Mexico and Guatemala, and other areas. So let's see. The euro. Uh, until like Wednesday too, has a little bit more in Cuba and the Cayman Islands, there in Florida a little bit more, central southern Florida, and more in Central America, the southern Caribbean maybe, and South America. So let's jump further. So let's see. I jumped until Thursday now. So this is the euro still. It has the moisture now piling the Gulf of Mexico, and still some more in Cuba there, since Central America and other areas. And now, and in Florida too, accumulations through the whole state. Now the GFS for this time. Oh, wait, let's see. Oh, here. So it has some lots near Florida there, and more near Cuba, more Central America and those areas. So let's jump to another day here. So this is until Friday now. Until Friday, it has even more accumulations in Florida, so it will get worse by the end of next week. And in Cuba still, the Cayman Islands, Central America and everything. So the euro here, it has more in the Gulf of Mexico, in Florida, parts of Central America. Now let's jump through a little bit further, and then the euro start picking up this rain, the Florida Panhandle there, all that rain I showed you before, and more in Central America, Cuba and those areas. So let's go the full run here, and it has there in the southeast, more in other areas and everything. So this would be until next Tuesday, the 18th, so that's very far out. But let's see. In terms of tropical development, there's nothing going on yet, but there were like some signs that something could spin up or something, but it's still far out, so we don't know much yet. There's this other model here that has some rain there in Florida too, next week in Central America and the other areas. So let's get more detail for parts of Central America. Then we'll also say this in Spanish for them now. Entonces va a haber mucha lluvia en unas partes del Caribe y América Central este fin de semana y semana que viene así. Entonces estas son las acumulaciones de lluvia las próximas 12 horas para América Central, próximas 24 horas, más en Honduras, en Guatemala, partes de Belice y México. Nos próximos 3 días ia subir más en Panamá, en Costa Rica, más lluvia, en Nicaragua, principalmente el oeste de Nicaragua, Honduras, El Salvador, más lluvia, México. E nos próximos 5 dias sube mais, principalmente nas costas do Pacífico, de Guatemala e outras áreas. E aqui em Yucatán vai haver mais lluvia semana que viene em partes de México. E entonces aqui abaixo também, em Costa Rica, Panamá, va a haber más lluvia y los próximos 10 días mucho más. Pero está muy lejos esto. Y esto es el otro modelo aquí. Tiene próximos 5 días más lluvia en Nicaragua, norte y oeste, y Honduras, El Salvador, Guatemala, México y otras áreas aquí. Y hay este otro aquí, que es más en estas partes de Guatemala, de México, en el mar aquí también, y otras áreas. Miramos outras partes del Caribe, como Cuba y otras áreas. Entonces, ya hay lluvias ahí, próximas 12 horas, 24 horas un poco más, próximos 3 días un poco más lluvias en Cuba, en próximos 5 días más, principalmente en estas partes del norte y oeste de Cuba, en las Islas Cayman y esto, y más lluvia en el sur de las Antillas aí e outras partes da América Central. E há este outro modelo aqui que está mais radical com a lluvia en el oeste de Cuba, e há este outro modelo que aún tiene mucha lluvia em algumas destas zonas. Miramos aqui agora más lluvia en México, en América Central, en Cuba, en las Islas Cayman, en Bahamas y Nicaragua y otras zonas todo. Semana que viene también más lluvias en Cuba y México y todo. Y las ondas están un poco más altas en estas zonas así del Caribe por los vientos, pero sí, hay más vientos en estas zonas ahí. Y ya están unas partes ahí, aquí encima, cerca de Cuba, la semana que viene. Y es esto. Y este es el mapa de probabilidad de tormentas. Podéis ver aquí en Cuba, en América Central, así, en muchas zonas. Y es esto. And we still have some probabilities of cyclone formation by the global tropics in parts of the Caribbean, Eastern Pacific, and Gulf of Mexico, both in week 1 and week 2. But we aren't seeing any big signs yet. So let's see here. This is like the probability of formation. In the next 5 days, it shows even a little bit more there. And this here, ignore that because it always shows probabilities for those areas and nothing happens. So by days 5 through 10, there's still some probabilities there in those areas. And these are the model tracks, maybe. Days 5 through 10, days 0 through 5 shows the probabilities there, but there's nothing imminent yet. We'll keep monitoring and we'll keep you updated. Thanks.